What's up, family? Man, I'm blessed each and every one of you. May God continue to guide you, keep you, comfort you, aid you in your growth and development, as well as the healing stage of your life. Man, family, we got to grow up emotionally. You know what I mean? I know you guys hear me say that every video, and I'm going to continue to say it because it's true. You know what I mean? We have to grow up emotionally. And the truth is, everybody ain't ready for love. Everybody talking about love ain't ready for love. You know what I mean? And this is going to be rough, and it is what it is. You know what I mean? Everybody's not ready to be in a loving, nurturing relationship. You could talk about love all you want to. You could talk about you want a boo, you want a man, you want a woman, blah, 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 blah. You ready for your king, you ready for your queen. You can say whatever you want to say. Everybody ain't put in that work to get a king. Everybody ain't put in that work to get a queen. Everybody ain't emotionally ready for love and all that comes with it. And this is where so many of us mess up at. You know, being in a loving relationship is like running a marathon. You got to get ready for that. You got to train for that. You got to prepare your body for that. You got to prepare your mind for that. You can't just wake up one day and like, man, I'm gonna go run a marathon tomorrow, and you ain't been exercising, your diet's all whack, your health is messed up, you 40 pounds overweight, or you malnourished, and you think you'll run out there and run 5 miles. It ain't happening. You're gonna freaking die. We gotta grow up. We gotta understand, wait a minute. What comes with being in a loving relationship? What comes with, man, the struggles of love? Because the trip is, just because you're in a loving relationship, a nurturing relationship, don't mean you're not going to run into bumpy roads. Don't mean you're not going to run into potholes. Don't mean you're not going to run into storms. Being in a loving relationship helps you navigate through the storms. Being in a love, only if you've done the work. Catch that. Only if you've done the work. If you have not done the emotional work to prepare yourself for love and all that comes with love, when you get in that relationship, what's going to happen? You're going to realize real quick that you're not ready for love, or your partner's going to realize real quick you're not the one. You're not ready for this. You're not emotionally equipped to handle this type of relationship. You're disrespectful, you're loud, you're obnoxious, you're lying, you know what I mean? You got all these things going on within you that you have not dealt with. And so you're not dealing with your issues. And because you're not dealing with your emotional issues, your trauma, and your past, and all that other stuff, now it's sabotaging our relationship. Now it's sabotaging everything that we could have. Because the truth be told, you wasn't ready for this. You said you was. And the truth is, most people, they're tired of being alone. They're just ready to be with the next person. Why? Have somebody help me pay the bills. Somebody I can hang out with. Somebody that's going to hold me. Somebody I can hold. Somebody I can depend on. Financially, sexually. But we're not ready emotionally. And what kills the relationships, the great majority of the time, is the fact that we're not ready emotionally. I would dare say it kills the relationship all the time. Because we're not ready for that type of relationship. We're not ready for all of that responsibility. And so we jump in these relationships, we fall in love. And what happens? We get triggered. This person's not ready for the relationship, so they're out cheating and hoeing, and they ain't changed. They still doing what they've always done. They hanging with the fellas, getting drunk, taking the money, wasting the money on stupid shit. You know what I mean? Because they have not grown up emotionally. or you don't do what you're supposed to do, and I'm asking you about it, and instead of you being responsible and accountable, you get defensive, argumentative, start deflecting, and it's fucking World War III. Because you weren't ready for this type of relationship. And it is what it is. You know what I mean? It is what it is. We could blame everybody else all we want to. And that's what the great majority of us do. We're great at blaming everybody else. We're great at blaming our exes. And very few of us have evolved emotionally and spiritually to a place of ownership of, okay, wait a minute. What's my role in this? And not what's my role in this is I'm the victim and they did this and that, but what's my role in this? Why did I respond the way I responded? Why did I go do this when I knew I should have did this? Why was I out here wasting this money trying to flex and, show everybody I got these bags and and this type of man I got and and he's gonna cater to me, he's gonna spoil me and I'm out here trying to flex on everybody, but I'm not doing shit for him. He out here showing me how much he's into me, but I ain't showing him shit. I ain't giving him shit in return. And he got sick and tired of the bullshit. And he left. And now I ain't got shit. We got to grow up emotionally. We got to understand that, man, I got to put in some work. And so many of us think, man, time is running out. I got to hurry up. Man, I'm getting older. I got to find my boo. I got to and all this other. Man, my biological clock is ticking. And it is what it is. You know what I mean? These all mind games that we play. Because again, we're not emotionally ready to be in a loving, nurturing relationship. The great majority of us were not. And it is what it is. You know what I mean? And God is always showing you that. Universe is always showing you that. Every time you get in these relationships and they crumble, they crumble because you have not put in the work. You haven't put in the work. And that's a hard pill to swallow. Because so many of us have insecurity issues. We're insecure, we're insecure. And we have all this self-doubt and self-hate and all this other crap, which is the first red flag that you should not be in a loving relationship. You should not be in a relationship with nobody but your motherfucking self. You know what I mean? When you have all these insecurities and fears and all this other shit, man, that's your first flag that you shouldn't be in a fucking relationship. That's the first sign you need to be fucking alone. Until you learn how to deal with your fucking fears and your insecurities. Because just because you jump in a relationship don't mean that your fears are going to go away. Don't mean that your insecurities are going to go away. What's going to happen is you're going to take your fears and your insecurities, jump in this relationship, and you're going to meet a person that loves you, adores you, worships you, blah, blah, blah. But because you have fears and insecurities you haven't dealt with, you're going to push that person away. You're going to accuse that person of stupid ass shit. You're going to blame that person for stupid ass shit. You're going to push that person away. And then you're going to get pissed and angry that you pushed them away. You're going to hurt that other person. You're going to crush them. Truth be told. Because you wouldn't take the time to sit your ass down and deal with your fucking bullshit in the first place. Man, hope and pray that I said something to encourage you, to inspire you, to even challenge your way of thinking. I love you guys. Thanks for rocking out with me. Happy healing, family. Peace.